माननीय सदस्यगण, हम संसद के अंदर हर विषय की अलग अलग प्रक्रिया होती है। जब राष्ट्रपति भाषण होता है, जब बोलने की प्रक्रिया अलग होती है। संविधान पर उसकी 75 वर्ष की चर्चा पर जब विषय अलग होता है। आप जिस बिल का विधेयक पर विरोध कर रहे हैं वो नियम 72 के तहत विरोध कर रहे हैं। तो मेरा आप सबसे आग्रह है कि हम संसद की मर्यादा, परंपरा, उसकी चर्चा को उच्च कोटि की बनाए। तो नियमों के तहत 72 में के परिप्रेक्ष्य में आप एक मिनट प्लीज आप प्लीज एक मेरा ये आग्रह है, ऐसे नहीं बोलते बीच में। प्लीज बैठिए, ऐसे बीच में नहीं बोलते हैं। मैंने इसलिए आपसे कहा कि मैंने किसी को नहीं कहा कि मर्यादा बोली। मैंने कहा नियम 72 के तहत आप उस परिप्रेक्ष्य के अंदर बिल का विरोध करने का आपका अधिकार है, वह भी विधेयक की विधायी क्षमता, लेजिस्लेटिव कॉम्पिटेंस के विषय पर। लेकिन विषय गंभीर है, इसलिए मैं सभी माननीय सदस्यों आगे बोल रहा हूं, उस परिप्रेक्ष्य के अंदर वो अपनी बात को कहें, संविधान की मर्यादाओं के अनुरूप अपनी बात कहें। मैं सभी माननीय सदस्यों को पर्याप्त अवसर दूंगा, पर जब बिल पर डिटेल चर्चा होगी तब आप जो भाषा बोल रहे हैं वह बोलने का अधिकार रहेगा। ठीक है, सब सहमत इस बात से? आपको देंगे, आप दोनों में से तय कर लो कौन बोलेंगे। हाँ, कल्याण, आप दोनों तय कर लो पहले। नोटिस है। चलो मैं दोनों को 2-2 मिनट रख दूंगा। पहले कल्याण बनर्जी।
Under our constitutional scheme, the basic structure of constitution is read in between the lines. This proposed bill hits the basic structure of the constitution itself. And if any bill, any act which hits the basic structure of the constitution, that is ultra vires. And it is ultra vires. Sir, proposed Article 83 sub-Article 5 is just contrary to Article 83 sub-Article 2. Just contrary. Either you keep 83.2 or you keep 83.5. Both cannot be kept. Both are inconsistent with each other. Then, sir, effect of proposed Article 82A sub-Article 3 simply establishes that tenure of state legislative assembly simply depending upon the tenure of the House of the People. It is not a doctrine of pleasure. Doctrine of pleasure is under Article 311 of the Constitution. But a mandate which has been given by the people of the country that state assemblies tenure will be depending upon the doctrine of pleasure of this house. How it can be? This is inconsistent. It cannot be accepted. Sir, we must remember this. State government and the state legislative assembly are not subordinate to the central government or to the parliament itself. This parliament is having the power to legislate law under the 7th schedule, list 1 and list 3. Similarly, state assembly is having the power to legislate law under the 7th schedule, list 2 and also list 3, subject to that it would not be contrary, so far concurrent list is concerned, it would not be contrary to the Article 254 of the Constitution. Therefore, by this process, the autonomy of the state legislative assembly is being taken away. That is ultra-virus. That is it's the basic structure of the constitution. Sir, Article 82 and sub-Article 5. Unfortunately, I can't think about this. I can't think that Article 82 sub-Article 5 is giving an uncanonized power to the Election Commission of India. We don't have any value. We don't have any value. Then Election Commission of India will decide everything. Till doomsday.
बड़ी संख्या में श्रद्धालु पहुंचे और चलिए एक बार फिर लोकसभा की कार्यवाही से आपको जोड़ते हैं।
63, the Government of National Capital Territory of Delhi Act 1991 and the Jammu and Kashmir Reorganization Act 2019, ये मैं आपकी अनुमति से आपसे लीव मांग रहा हूँ। थैंक यू सर।
आपको मैं दूंगा।
It's not proper and
सेपरेट होगा, सेपरेट हो, डिस्कशन होगा सर।
allot me the time for only one person leaders, okay, but a constitution amendment bill drastically changing the electoral process of our country, that is to be introduced separately, that is to be introduction has to be discussed, then take the other bill, otherwise it will be not fair as far as constitution amendment is concerned.
माननीय सदस्यगण, मैंने आपको कहा है कि दोनों के विषय पर एक साथ बोलेंगे, लेकिन इंट्रोड्यूस भी अलग अलग होगा और पासिंग भी अलग अलग होगी। मतलब चर्चा करते समय मैंने जॉइंट बोला है कि दोनों विषयों पर एक साथ चर्चा करें। बाकी मैंने पेश भी अलग अलग किया है, माननीय मंत्री जी ने पेश अलग किया, मैंने भी अलग अलग बोला, लेकिन चर्चा करते समय जॉइंट करने के लिए कहा है। श्री मनीष तिवारी जी।
Thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rise to oppose the introduction of the Constitution 129th Amendment Bill 2024 and the Union Territories Laws Amendment Bill 2024. Mr. Speaker, sir, beyond the 7th schedule of the Constitution is the basic structure doctrine. And that basic structure doctrine spells out that there are certain features of the Indian Constitution which are beyond the amending power of this House also. One of the essential features is federalism and the structure of our democracy. And therefore, the bills which have been moved by the Honorable Minister of Law and Justice absolutely assault the basic structure of the Constitution and are beyond the legislative competence of this House, and therefore they need to be opposed ab initio, and the introduction of those bills have to be stopped. Number two, Mr. Speaker, sir, how is it possible under our constitutional scheme that the tenures of the state legislatures can be made subject to the tenure of the national legislature? That is completely an antithesis of the constitutional scheme. There is absolutely no way under the Indian constitutional scheme where the states are separate constituents and equal constituents, the term of the state legislatures can be made subject to the term of the national legislature. And my final point, Mr. Speaker, sir, India is a union of states. Article 1 of the Constitution states that India is a union of states and not vice versa. And so therefore, this excessive centralism which is sought to be brought into existence by this bill absolutely militates against the constitutional scheme in its essence, in its entirety, and in its very object. And therefore, Mr. Speaker, sir, I would once again like to urge this House that the introduction of the bill and the consideration of the bill, because of the